Hello and welcome to this video. Anybody watching the channel yesterday will have noticed that I had a guest on the channel, and it was Mr. Richard Charles here. Now, Richard has a YouTube, a music YouTube, where he looks at modular synthesis. I'm a big fan of it, and I've asked him to come on the channel today. But also, another thing about it that people don't realise is he is the sort of organiser for the West Midlands
The West Midlands League of Sasquatchers.
Yes, yeah. So he's in a group. It's like the British Sasquatchers. Now, a Sasquatcher is somebody. It's a bit like a bird watcher, but instead of looking at birds, because you don't like looking at birds, do you?
No.
He'd rather be looking at for Bigfoots, Sasquatches. And so I've been having quite some weird things going on. And I've got a sneaking suspicion in my forest, because I have a forest, we're walking into it now. You've seen it a couple of times before. In the forest, there could well be at least one or two. And so you've come to see if you can sniff one out.
Well, where there's one, there's normally more than one.
Is that true?
Yes. It's rare to have a solitary Sasquatch.
This looks treacherous.
It does look treacherous.
But we've got to go. Right, so you've got better shoes than me. I think once we get... Oh my God!
I've even polished these this morning.
I've got stepping stones. Look, can you see? They've provided stepping stones for this muddy part. Whoa!
Come on, these stepping stones as well.
Yeah, we'll be all right when we get past it, I assure you. Right, so we're heading deep into the forest now. Are you behind me?
Yeah.
So, how did Bigfoots get their name?
Well, they've got feet which are proportionally larger than they should be for the size of their body.
Oh, that's bloody obvious, really. I can't believe I've never realised. I've never thought of that. It's obvious when you think about it.
A little bit like heights, I suppose.
What was that then?
I did just see a rustling over there.
There was a rustling, wasn't there? Anyway, look, what the hell's that? Can you see that over the forest over there? What is it?
Creature, a disturbance in the undergrowth.
They won't be able to see it, will they?
No.
There's something there moving. Anyway, yeah, that's obvious when you think about it.
Yeah,
And I don't know why I'd never thought of that. Anyway, but I think what confused me is it just the 1 foot that's big?
No, I think both feet are big, so why aren't they called Bigfoots?
Well, you're the expert, that's why you're on the channel. Just remember how the roles work. I'm asking you the questions here. Why are they not called big feet?
Well, they are called big feet when there's more than one of them.
I thought they were called Bigfoots.
You can call them big feet, big foots. Call them whatever you want.
Is it just their feet that are big?
No, they're big all over really, but their feet are big in proportion to the rest of their body.
What about their private parts?
They're probably very big as well. I've never actually seen the private parts because there's a lot of dense fur, so it's.
But you think if they're that big, dense fur's not going to do any much in terms of covering the parts up. I've often wondered
have you
this.
ever seen the private parts of a gorilla?
You've explained it fully. That's explained fully there. Yeah, I'm not going to. I don't need any more than that. You're totally right. But then the gorilla could have very small pipe, but they're not going to, are they?
Now, Andy, I'm going to interrupt you for a second here because what we've got up ahead of us is some clear sign of the Sasquatch activity. See this tree branch that's been pulled down here?
Oh my God! Shall we have a good?
That's very up because the Bigfoots are quite tall and they're very strung.
Ah, you can see. I would never have spotted this.
That's very obviously a Sasquatch has come down this path and has pulled that down. I would say.
Bloody hell! Look at the damage it's done.
You've definitely got Sasquatch around here.
Do you reckon?
Oh yes.
Bloody hell! It's cold, isn't it?
We need to be careful. This is why I always carry this stick when out Sasquatching, because if we enter into a fracas with a Sasquatch,
A what?
You know,
What's that?
sort of heated exchange.
Is that what a fracas is?
Yeah. We might need to beat the Sasquatch.
I've never heard of this word fracas. Fracas?
Well,
you
some
sure
people
that's
say
a word?
fracas, but I think it's
A
the S is
fracas?
silent.
Fracas?
Yeah. Never mind. Anyway, if we enter into hostile negotiations with the Sasquatch, we may need to beat it off with a stick.
Okay. You do that?
Yeah. See,
Bloody hell's
again
cold.
here we've got another broken branch.
Right, oh my God. Last time I was in here, these trees were standing. Look, there's a tree down.
Yeah.
In fact, there's trees down everywhere. Look, there's trees down over there. But up here, I don't know if we can get up here without...
So what this looks like here, sometimes...
What's that hole there?
There's definitely a hole there.
Oh, bloody hell. The things you can spot, you're bloody brilliant. What are these lumps on the ground?
It's just lumpy ground, that. I think
No,
it's
these
mould.
different colour ones.
Now, what I want to draw your attention to, though, this tree, again, has definitely been pulled down by a Sasquatch.
Has it?
And what they do is, where there's a path going past like this here, they like to have a hide. So this will be to ambush prey.
Carry on talking here.
They pull this tree down, which has pulled the roots up, and a Sasquatch can hide behind that. If I try and demonstrate that.
Could you demonstrate that for
Get
us?
in there.
Can you get into there? Oh my God.
Use my,
Watch yourself.
so if
Watch
I were
this-
a Sasquatch,
So what shall I pretend I am?
I'd be hiding down here like this, you see, watching as people walk past on that path.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I could pop my head up and pop it back down. Pop it up, pop it back down.
Let's act that out. Oh, this is brilliant stuff, this is. A lot of my videos are full of rubbish, aren't they? But this has got actual useful facts in it, which I think is very good. So say I was walking along here like this. I'm going to walk along and see if you could spot Richard being the Bigfoot. And see if you could spot him or see how camouflage he is. So we just walk past. I'm going to pretend like he's not even there. I'm going to have a bit of a... Can you see him? Is he visible? I don't like that. Did you hear something then? Richard? He's not answering. I'm going to go back to see if that's him doing that noise. I didn't like that then. I got the willies. Richard.
Hello?
I went down there and I heard two whoops and it gave me the willies.
Well, the whoop is one of
Was
the
that
classic...
you?
No, it wasn't me, no. That's one of the classic...
Because you can't make that sound, can you?
No. A human can't make a sound like that.
Oh, that's what I thought. It didn't sound human. It just didn't sound human. That's why I got the willies.
What we can try and do...
Is that common, to having the willies?
Oh, yes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bang on this tree.
Go on.
Because sometimes this will draw them out.
I don't want them drawn out, Richard. I'm getting scared now. You could laugh.
We
but I'm
just
gonna-
we will just do one more knock, see if there's any response.
No, I don't want them to. I don't like them. Now the thought. Now I'm in the reality of it. But now the thought of a great big hairy Bigfoot
Let's carry
coming
on
out.
then, we'll carry on.
I mean, what's he going to do? I think we should head home. I don't like it in here. Now I've heard those whoops. They were ungodly.
Ungodly.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Well, we'll just keep our eyes behind us because, in case, you know, something sneaks up.
If you lot see a Bigfoot behind us, can you put it in the comments, please? Because I'm not looking behind me. I think we should head back to the studio. So this is fascinating stuff, I think. Fascinating. So, what's your closest encounter that you've had?
My closest encounter.
Where was that? Yeah. Because Britain, England, it's not really known as a sort of domain of the Bigfoot, is
I mean,
it?
there have been sightings.
That's there.
There have been sightings around Cannock Chase.
Cannock Chase?
Yeah, which is a bigger forested area than here, I suppose.
This is pretty big though. Considering. What's that? What's that? I mean, What's going on there?
I mean, well,
Look at the
no,
size of this.
Look at the size of that.
Bloody hell. Oh my God.
That's a much bigger footprint there.
Look at that size of that. Put your foot next to that because you've got big feet. I mean, it's the same size as your foot. How could that have happened? How could that have happened? Because I don't even think they were there when we walked in, were they?
No.
This is ridiculous.
I think we're being hunted.
I don't want to be hunted. Bloody hell, this is frightening. It's quite a risky occupation, isn't it? This?
Oh yes, it is very risky. You have to take precautions.
I mean, do you have trouble with insurance?
Oh, I can't get insurance.
You
no.
can't be insured?
No. As soon as you say you're a Bigfoot hunter, they won't touch you, the insurance companies.
Is there any special kit?
Well, yes. I mean, there's the pole.
Yeah.
Of course.
Notice that pole. It's got a sort of...
Well,
got a V on the top of it.
So if I do encounter a Sasquatch and there's a violent exchange, I'll poke it like this. I can poke it in both eyes at the same time then.
That's and how high would those eyes be?
Well, they might be, a juvenile might be about there, but an adult,
right in between the eyes.
Yeah.
And they don't like that, I suppose,
no,
do
they don't like that at all.
How do they react? Have you ever done that?
I've never had to, fortunately.
No. So what's the closest encounter you've had?
Well,
Have you actually ever seen one?
well, I've seen them on the telly.
What, like that Bigfoot and the Hendersons?
Yeah, that's very good. That was a very good documentary.
Bigfoot and the Hendersons.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't just see one, did they? They had them in.
They
had one in the house, didn't
Yeah.
they? Oh,
Yeah.
it's bloody cold, isn't it?
I'll often smoke a pipe while I'm hunting the Bigfoot.
Why?
Well, obviously, pipe tobacco. The origins of tobacco lie in the Americas, don't they?
That's true. Yes.
With the
Walter Raleigh brought them back for Queen Elizabeth.
the indigenous people of America. I don't know what the correct terminology is.
Native Americans.
Yes. And
Not Red Indians. Don't say
no,
that.
no.
They don't like that.
But
Unless they're the Washington Redskins. Apparently, they like being called the Washington
But
Redskins.
the Native
Anyway.
Americans had a very strong relationship with
You get on the.
the Sasquatch, and they would see them as the forest elders, the guardians of the nature.
I don't think anyone can hear you at the moment.
Oh no!
Say that again, because that was like actual interesting information for the viewers who
Yeah,
have
so-
come to this
so-
and gone, well, Andy's not really talking about music today, but I know every now and then he will go off on a tangent of crisps or bloody biscuits, but here's a new thing altogether, bloody
Yeah, so
supernatural
the
beings.
Native Americans would have a very strong relationship with the Sasquatch. That's where the word Sasquatch.
I don't think they can hear. There's a bloody lorry going past now.
I'll say it the third time.
Say it, yeah, come on.
Native Americans
Yeah.
have a very strong relationship with the Sasquatch.
Yeah.
In fact, that's where the word Sasquatch comes from.
Yeah.
And of course, they would smoke a pipe, a peace pipe, and the Sasquatch would smell that tobacco smell. So sometimes, if we can smoke a pipe while we're out in the woods, it draws on that spiritual memory of the Sasquatch and the Native American relationship, and it can calm them down and bring them out. So that's why I always carry a pipe, just in case.
Are you talking then? I drifted off then. Sorry. What were you saying? Can I show you something just
Go
before
on,
you
go
go?
on.
There's something that has also been worrying me. Because, as I said in the previous video, I've had all sorts of strange... Because the thing with the Bigfoots, they're not just an animal. They as you've told me many times before, there are supernatural powers, aren't there?
Yeah.
And I've found all sorts of manner of business going on in my studio. And the thing is, one of the things is if we go back in here, right? Oh, bloody hell, I've got to get a key now. See, that was open, wasn't it, when we left?
No, it's locked.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on there. I'm not going to blame the Bigfoot on that, no. I'll just unlock it. So, I've not only got my own forest here, I've got my own garden.
Yeah.
And I am sure I was working away, right? And I looked down
Yeah.
and I saw this great big hairy thing.
Right.
You know, as soon as I brought my gaze down, I saw this great big hairy thing in my garden. Yeah, because I'm up above and I look down into the garden. We have to go into this dark bit here.
Dark.
This bit here is probably the darkest that it's ever been in my YouTube. So that was quite. So this is my garden. Hey, what's that? Oh, you put that there. This is what I'm on. This is the strange stuff that happens all the time.
Meet the ancestors.
So that's my studio up there. You see, I was looking out down that window, and I saw this great big hairy fella. He jumps over this there. Look, you lot. Jumps over. So that was like nothing for him.
Oh yeah, Bigfoot would make
Jumped out. He scampers through here. He runs through this bit. I run down. Right. I come out here. Right. And as I'm doing that, as you can see behind me, see that staircase? He's up that staircase. Up that bit there.
Up on the roof?
Yeah, up onto the roof and off.
Well,
does that sound like Bigfoot activity?
that does sound very much like something.
Can you see any evidence? Because we definitely know he tracked his way through this bit.
Well, there's a bit of a trail through here.
Yeah, that's that bit there. That way, yeah, I can see that there. You want about this bit here?
Yes.
Yes, it doesn't. If I do this, that's not the same tone.
No. You need a good. I mean, we could try hitting that tree there, but
That one there.
yeah.
Nah, can't be asked. That's been very useful. I mean, I think the.
Ammo crate.
Look at that there. Look at the ice on it. This is how. I mean, I could stand on that if I wanted. Can you smash that with your stick?
You shall not pass.
Anyway, Richard, thanks for that. So if you enjoy these excursions out, because obviously we've just had a bit of a mooch around the local environs of my studio, but we could go farther afield because you've told me like there's Cannock Chase and there's a few other places, Kimber Edge,
Yes.
where there's been more sightings. So if you enjoyed this little sojourn, put a like on the video, subscribe, and also get on over to Richard's YouTube. There's not much Bigfoot stuff on there at the moment, but if you want more, he will do it for you. He'll do whatever you want.
I did do a video actually, Bigfoot versus modular synth.
Did you?
Yes. Not many people watched it.
Well, I'll put a link to that one straight off. They will now, I'll tell you that. Brilliant. Thanks for that, Richard. Thanks for you watching this. I know it's a bit weird, but it's essential viewing. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Oh my goodness, is that a real Sasquatch?